And the pitch in there now. In time as he steals second with nobody out. Now a pickoff play at second, and lead there at second. Now the pitch. That's a strike. The throw down. Stepping into the box, Joe Griffin. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. A bouncer to the left side, and that'll get past his outstretched glove. It's a base hit onto the shortstop, but thrown away.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
That's wide, 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Valencia
right here,
is
on the back,
there
on
to
the
make
back.
the catch, and that's a big out, number 1. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away. Ready for another shot now, Michael Clark, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And now they've got him in a rundown. And they got him at second base on a good, smart play that time. Joe Griffin will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away.
Griffin.
He's set. Here it comes. Left field and deep. Alonso going back on it to the track, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4 the final tally. The Blue Wahoos secure their 10th victory of the season. Kevin Valentin claims the win out of the pen, his first.
Final line score. First for the victorious Blue Wahoos.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way. Standing in, Robert Martinez. He will lead this one off today.
The center fielder.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Martinez.
To short. Griffin comes up with it. The frame. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us a little bit more about this lineup.
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the...
Stepping into the box, Freddie Alonso, and he's looking to turn the page. The bat's been ice cold over the last 8 or so balls. Line drive, snagged on it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Man, errors are never welcome, but to make one with 2 outs in the first isn't.
Into the box, Joe Griffin, and you can see great numbers over the past few games.
Griffin.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games. Now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
First offering on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. Caesar on second. Griffin at first. 1 gone. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Batting ninth.
Digging in, Ildemaro Vargas. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far. And he's collected a pair of hits. From the stretch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Runner breaks for third. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead. The tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. Standing in, Joe Griffin. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave him.
One there, but they won't. First.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to the second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Batting, catcher, Felipe Castilla.
In now, Felipe Castilla. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
I think they're going to continue trying to apply pressure on this pitcher who has struggled. But the problem here is that by getting caught, you've basically gotten him off the hook. He's not getting a lot of outs, so I think you have to let your hitters keep swinging up there.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Blanco. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Blanco.
1-1. Round is short. Griffin gloves it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Generals are on top, 3-1. Striding in, Joe Griffin.
The batter number 4, shortstop, Joe.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. And there's ball 1. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. 1-1. Here it is. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Hit weakly back to the mound.
Come on, run it out.
Now we'll look to third, but go to second. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. Leading off the inning, Bob Suzuki, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could that right now.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So striding in, Julio Garcia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. Two strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
For one, and nearly a double play. That was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
That's a really...
So digging in now Joe
batting,
Griffin.
Shortstop, Joe Griffin.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
1-1.
Ball 1. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitches a cold strike, the throw. And he will be nailed at third on a questionable decision, to say the least, and the inning is over. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Generals took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Braden Shipley gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Zach Littell was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Charles Mazul closes the door for the save, his 8th of the season.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Jackson Generals and the Tennessee Smokies. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Alex Wells gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games. And
now to the plate, Joe Griffin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Joe Griffin.
First offering on its way. Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
Here comes the first pitch. Popped straight up. Clemens in foul ground, and no one will track it down. From the stretch. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to. Beat it into the ground.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball 1.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Castilla on third. Clark at second. Griffin is over at first with 1 away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here, because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Here now the 2-2. Lifted in the air out to left field. Aiken moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And even with 2 outs now, they decide to hold that runner at third. Now in the box, Angelo Gutierrez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Angelo Gutierrez.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. That's wide. 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Here's the 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. So a full count now. Ildemaro Vargas would be next. He's set. The 3-2. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run. Digging in for his second at bat, Ildemaro Vargas, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 2 out, bases loaded. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Swing and a liner.
Go two.
And this is down for extra bases, and with 2 outs, this might get them all home. And the run will score all the way from first. Now a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, and with the bases loaded, you've got nowhere to put him, so you can't afford to walk him. He comes in and rips it over the first.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Luis Nunez. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. To get things turned around in a hurry. Griffin takes it in. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. At the plate, Joe Griffin. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
The pitcher, Orlando.
Stepping in now, Orlando Tejada. And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. There's one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Striding into the box, John Frederick. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Lots of baseball. This one is we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far. And they're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table.
Now at the plate, Adolfo Acosta.
The third baseman, Adolfo Acosta.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Hey, listen, D-Roll, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single. And hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan, in this one. I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
Hit hard back up the middle. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a base hit. Also 1 error in the inning, but 2 men left on. We played 4 full. The Generals lead it 5-0. At the plate, Luis Nunez. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And he's safe. Digging in once again, Joe Griffin. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Griffin.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's another 0-2. Takes this the other way to right. Baisley is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky.
Into the box now, Adolfo Acosta.
The third baseman, Adolfo Acosta.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away. So stepping in, Joe Griffin.
4, shortstop, Joe Griffin.
Here comes the first pitch. Line to the right. Ball. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. This is foul right side.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
A pause and the 0-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. The throw to the plate, and not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Orlando Tejada.
Here comes the first pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. 3 runs already home here. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-0. He's running. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Jackson leads this one 10-0.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
10-2, the final in this game. The Jackson Generals took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. The Stars of tomorrow get their shot in the limelight today as the show's coverage of the Southern League is on the air. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Jackson Generals and Stephen Forbes will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this is a very unique pitcher. He is really tough to hit when runners get into scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't give up many runs. We'll see if he can continue to do that in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, the last game, they got to wash that down the drain. They got absolutely boat raced by a big margin. They got to put that behind them. Show up to the yard today looking to fight. Everything changes once the first pitch is thrown.
Hit out towards second. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
As a pitcher, you never want to see the pitching coach make that walk, but you never, ever want to see him make that walk in the first inning. His message, get going. We need you to eat some innings.
And there he goes towards second. Strike taken to throw. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. Stepping in, Mickey Aiken. He singled his last time up.
Mickey.
Third inning here, already 4-2 our score. Popped him up. Griffin is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So striding forward now, Joe Griffin. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Here comes the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Huerta has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. So the lineup flips over and digging in Juan Huerta. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And with his speed, he's rare guys who you'd actually like to see all on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
And that's the second out. Into the box now, Joe Griffin. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Liner toward right center. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
Your attention,
Matt
please.
Caesar will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 27, Matt Caesar.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. Stepping up now, Ray Clemens. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. Stepping in, Joe Griffin. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Joe Griffin.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-0 home. Lifted in the air out to center field. Huerta is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And guys, a very important outing turned in on the mound for the man you see right there. He was a big factor, of course, and is the recipient of our top player of the game award.
5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 8.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Jackson Generals and the Tennessee Smokies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Raul Estrada gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
The shortstop, Luis.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Luis Nunez. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to turned around in a hurry. High pop-up. Clark will put this one away, and the side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We move ahead to the top of the second now. The Smokies are on top, 3-0. Settling in now, Joe Griffin. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Joe Griffin.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Huerta is there. 1 out.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means
now at the plate, Joe Griffin. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Huerta patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Joey Baisley. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice thus far.
Joey Baisley.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. 2-2-2. The first baseline. He's got it. To second for 1. On to first. Not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
No real chance from the roll 2 that time. He's just too quick coming out of. Make a perfect turn on a hard hit ball to double him up. Now they need to keep an eye on him over at first.
Digging in, Adolfo Acosta, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs here, no base hits, no. Coming to the plate now, Joe Griffin. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First offering on its way. No balls and 1 strike.
This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively, to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that. And if you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
The relay throw. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to stepping in and ready for another shot. Adolfo Acosta, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 8th inning coming up. The Smokies are on top, 12-5. Robert Tumolo has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Smokies, number 26, Robert Tumolo.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Joe Griffin. And he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into